All right, y'all ready? All right, we live, y'all. What's going on with y'all tonight, man? How y'all guys feeling tonight, guys?
It's good.
Hey.
It's good.
Guys and gals, we chilling.
Got you, got you. This is a little special, black talkative behind the scenes. We're gonna focus on world events tonight. We're gonna go into a little bit of the Agenda 2030, the event 201 that Jay was talking about. We even could get into some of the STEM that you was talking about too, Chris, if we have time for it. So we all good to go. Whoever want to go kick it off tonight, though, y'all could go ahead and kick it off tonight.
Yeah, I'll start off light. You know what I'm saying? I'll just start off light and then we'll pass it around and go deeper into it. But yeah, man, it's just looking at the world right now and everything that's going on. You know, you got wars and rumors of wars, like they say. You got cartels popping off down in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? You got the Epstein stuff going on, and you know, people. A lot of times we getting distracted by the real thing what's behind. You know, we gotta always keep in mind that they put stuff in front of us for a reason. If they wanted to hide it, they would hide it. If they wanted the Epstein files hid, they would hide it. You feel me? Why would they tell on themselves as a collective? Right? Why would they push this out to tell on themselves? They've never done this. You know what I'm saying? So I just implore people to not look at everything as a surface level. Try to figure out what's going on behind the scenes. Because if they're showing it to you, they want you to focus on it to divert your attention from something else that's really at hand. Feel me?
Gotcha. Y'all there? Chris and y'all still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I could definitely agree with that. I feel like that's been going on for a long time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they will hyper fixate on one event just so that they could hide what's going on behind the scenes. So, you know, I think I learned early on when I started to understand, you know, wars and like what's going on in the United States and what's going on and in our country as a whole. Like I think early on I learned to not pay so much attention to what's going on the news because I know that is a diversion. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to pay attention more to like what's actually happening like in front of me, or like what's actually happening and like within those things together because I do know and understand that they try to divert like what's really happening. Um I I also agree in terms of you know the exposure of the Epstein file. Because if this was going on for a while, why is it just now, like coming to
Yep.
surface? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like that
Yep.
that that definitely poses a concern of mine because again, that
Red flag.
agree with you. Like, what are you really hiding? Like what's really going on? And in terms of what's going on with the war, I get really emotional when it comes to war. Like I explained to you guys before on the podcast, like I'm basically a military brat. I've been involved with the military for a long time. Family members, loved ones of mine, and they typically are misled to going to war
Hmm.
without
Yep.
understanding why they're
Yeah.
going to war. You know,
Yep.
and when they come back for not only are they not the same, but they have a different level of respect for our country as a whole. And that's sad to see because they signed up to, you know what I'm saying? They signed up to defend and to fight for freedom. So to have complex issue when they come back and they don't even feel the same way or they don't have that same patriotism, it's sad to see. Um, so that's just my little take on it.
Gotcha. Gotcha. You can hear Chris? Your thing's static and Chris, your shit is static and yeah, that's why I muted your mic real quick. It's a little staticky. There you go. All right, his shit. He
Yeah.
got to fix his connection though. But yeah, though. So what we was talking about was like what's going on today. Like I said about the Epstein files and about the war. Like I truly believe that the war fully broke out because after last week they had found like some new files they said about Trump and them whatever with some little underage girls and shit. And right after all that news started breaking, the next thing you know, we wake up on Saturday morning, we had another whole war and shit. Like I don't know if
Yeah,
how yeah, I don't know how true that is or if he had anything to do with that necessarily, but it seems like it because it seems like they divert our attention away from one thing. Soon as people start to veer in on a certain subject, they take our attention, put it away now. Now nobody's talking about the Epstein right now. Everybody talking about the war that's going on oceans away from us.
yeah,
So
Meanwhile, he been touching little girls for a while now.
yeah, like when he had the beauty pageant, he walked in there, said he could do what he want. He can touch on the little girls because he's the owner.
Mhm.
And I'm like, y'all don't know from years ago that these people are nasty people. And then I try to
Yes.
figure
yeah.
out in my mind all the time is where the fuck did Jeffrey Epstein make all his money from? Like nobody know
Mhm.
where this guy came from. He wasn't no smart, crazy guy like Elon or somebody. He helped invent some shit. He just started to get money. And then now he wound up owning a whole island, and then he got dirt on everybody. He got dirt on
Mhm.
kings, he got dirt on presidents, he got dirt on everybody. So that's why, with me, truthfully, I believe Jeffrey Epstein is either tucked away somewhere or those people killed him. Like they came in there and killed him because they know what was gonna come down if Jeffrey ever had to meet his date. And if he ever had to go to a fucking grand jury, if he had to go to a grand jury or anything.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
I you ever seen that show? You ever seen that show called House of Cards?
House
Yeah.
of Cards. House of Cards. No, I never seen House of Cards, Jay.
Bruh. I know I know the political stuff is your lane. Bro,
Yeah.
you would love that show.
House of
You will
Cards.
love that show. House of Cards.
I gotta check it out
It's
now. I'm
it's
gonna check it out.
bro, you have to. They
Okay.
they you know what I'm saying? It's all about the politicians and how they try to work their way up from being the Senate or being in the House to get to the president, vice president, all that. And then events that they stage in order to get a public response, in order for them to justify their next move that they want to do to, you know what I'm saying, fit their agenda or fit their narrative. Whatever they trying to do, they're gonna stage some type of event to get everybody on board with them. It's a cold ass show, bro. It's cold. You need to watch that, hoe, bro. You'll like it. But
I'm gonna definitely look at that.
going back a little bit to what Nels was talking about, as far as like people going to war, like I mean, people going into the service, whether it's the army or the navy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is sad because from what I've experienced is unless you had a relative that fought and that fought for the country. Excuse me. A lot of time people go because they don't know. They trying to figure out what they want to do with their life. You know what I'm saying? So they choose to do that because they know that that's a clear path to some type of structure, some type of foundation. You know, so they default to that. Just like going into the police academy, being a police, being a cop. You can easily do that. Anybody can do that. You know, so they'll go and fight for the country because they don't necessarily know what they want to do with their life. They don't necessarily want to do that. But if all else fails, let me go ahead and just join the service because I know I'll be straight at least with this, get some benefits along the way.
Hmm. I thought
I'm
I ain't gonna
sorry, I
lie.
missed part of what you said because you cut out.
Go ahead, don't worry.
Um,
I cut out.
yeah, I couldn't hear what you were saying. Um,
Uh,
so if you don't mind just repeating what
nah, I just reiterate real brief. If I cut out, Rob, tell me, let me know because I didn't know I cut out.
You didn't
no,
cut
But
out.
nah,
he heard you. I just
I
couldn't.
heard everything you said, Jay. I heard everything.
okay. Well, now I just reiterated real quick. I was just saying, like it's sad that you got a lot of cats that they feel like going into to fight for the country. That's kind of like their last resort because they don't really know what they want to do with their life. You know what I'm saying? So they know that that'll be a good foundation for them because you come out, you may get certain benefits. Yeah, they don't get treated like they should. I done heard a lot of people talk about that. They don't get treated like they should, but they do get certain benefits. You know, if it's beneficial, then that's fine. But the same thing with the police. With police, you know what I'm saying. If you ain't got no plan, you can go be a cop any day. You know what I'm
Right.
saying. But the sad thing about that is, and something that I never really even thought about. I was talking to my partner who had been in the service. He was in the service for a minute, and he was telling me that he had fought in a few wars, and he was telling me how they become addicted to adrenaline. I
Mm-hmm.
was
Yes.
like, damn,
True.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when he was describing it to me, it made so much sense because that's a chemical reaction, just like dopamine. You get it, you know what I'm saying? It's a high, it's a rush.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
why whenever they get out,
survival.
yeah, they get out and they trying to uh I guess replicate the adrenaline that they was feeling during all of those times being on the front line, being on the battlefield. And it's like just sitting down and sitting still don't sit well with them. You feel me?
It's
So
all
a
true.
lot of times they get into trouble and all that other type stuff because they're not used to just sitting down. They're used to the adrenaline and the rush.
But it's also a hard transition for them going back to
Yeah, for
civilian.
sure.
Like I know that from firsthand. Like it's very difficult for them to transition. And then two, um, I can't speak too much on what goes on in the military because a lot of it is classified, so I can't really say too much. But a lot of the time, they try to escape by using different modalities. That's why a lot of them drink a lot and they have a lot of drinking issues, stuff like that, because they're trying to escape the reality of
Mhm.
happening.
So
So it's a lot that goes into that. That's probably another story for another day.
yeah.
But I think that like I said, especially when you have known a person for a while, or you've known the person before they go into the military or into the academy, like the police academy or whatnot, because it's kind of all the same thing as paramilitary. And then you
Mhm.
see the changes that they go through, and you notice and you realize that they are not the same person anymore. That's the like heartbreaking truth about it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them too, they don't have much of a outlet or a way out or a way to come up, so that is their resort. A lot of times it's like how you say, like it's within their family, so that's all that they know. So like their father went to the military, mother went to the military, so now they feel like that's what they have to do. So there's a lot that goes into it, I feel like. But it's just it's just for me, it's a sad situation because they go into it thinking that they are helping the cause, or they're helping, they're being, like I said, being patriotic. Their patriotism is there. Yet when they get into it, they realize that that's not really what they're fighting for, or they realize that that's
Mhm.
really like they you know what I'm saying, they was bamboozled. So
Mhm.
Why do you think when people join the military and they do come back home, why you think they can't explain certain things to their family? Why do they classify it from their own people?
because a lot of it is what is it called when you betray the government? Was it
Treason.
treason?
Nah, um,
So
treason and
a lot of it can be considered treason. A lot of what they
But
do
I get
is,
hold on before you get into something else. But that's what I'm saying. I understand what they put the name on in the crime is treasonous, but this is us as American
are
citizens.
you asking why
Yeah,
they do
I was
that?
saying, like, why would they do that to us as American citizens? Why would you hold back documents and classify
Yeah,
things from the American people? And this is where conspiracies start to arise
yeah,
because y'all keep classifying documents and y'all telling the American people that, oh, we can't see this document or we can't show y'all this document. I
yeah.
understand about the foreign countries and things, but us as a nation, we should know what's going on around us.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like I said, I agree with that 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't nothing wrong with it, like I see what you're saying now. Like, if it wasn't nothing wrong with it, it shouldn't be nothing to hide.
Yeah, right.
But a lot of the time, it is. A lot of the time, they are forced to commit heinous crimes. they're forced to do certain things that, you know what I'm saying, like you're not supposed to. And again, a lot of what they are, you know what I'm saying, like ordered to do is not right. So but I do understand what you're saying. Like if that's the case, then you know what I mean. Like that just goes along with what you were saying. Like they shouldn't be doing that. If they gotta hide it, you shouldn't be doing it.
Shouldn't be doing it. It shouldn't be classified.
Hmm.
Because
But a lot.
Hey,
because ain't no wars is done right. War is not right.
No, no,
Nobody wins in
absolutely
war.
not.
So they make it try to seem like it's a win of at the outcome of the war. There's no
No,
win of that war. Doesn't
no,
matter who surrenders. It's still no winners.
no. And a lot of times, like I said too, I think I was saying it in the chat, and I actually got reported. So I'm gonna watch what I say on live because I got reported for what I said in the chat. But a lot of what I said in the chat is true. A lot of wars are not because of most of the resources that they say we going over there for. We have it here.
Of course.
So it's not that. It's what I said it was in the chat, the majority of it. You know what
Got
I'm saying? And then like I said too, like when it comes to like the allies and all this, that, and the third, like what can we really do for our allies that they can't do for themselves? Or like my question is like Iran and what is it?
Israel.
Israel been at this for
ever.
longer than we were alive.
Yeah,
Like they
long
fighting over land. They fighting like that has nothing to do with US at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get we're trying to keep our alliance,
have
but
nothing to do with us. It don't have nothing to do with us. And
nothing.
Iran go back through history times. Like Iran was named Persia before it even became Iran. It was a part of the what's the
The Autumn Empire was the Autumn Empire. Yeah.
part of the Ottoman Empire way back then. Like so, the Iranian history stretches back a long time, and this goes back into what Jay was saying. Like that nation is thousands of years, like thousand years old compared to us as a 250 year.
Yeah, country. Yeah.
So
That's
how
Yeah.
the
the Muhammad walk, man. That's why Iran is held as
That's why I said it's something in it for us. They just using that as a ploy. Like
that's where Muhammad walked
it's
that.
just used as a ploy for so that we could take advantage at some point or another. It has nothing to
Hey,
do.
look,
What
go ahead.
happened?
hey, look. Y'all gotta get. You remember we just talked about William Cooper the other day.
But that's my dog.
Behold,
I need to
behold
write
the
all
pale horse.
this down, Jay.
Horse. Okay, beheld.
Behold the pale horse. Look, bro. This one say UFOs in Area 51.
Mhm.
Yeah, I heard
These are
about
all
that.
classified. These are all classified documents. That's why they had to take him out. He
Yeah.
made copies of everything and put them in a book. Look,
Hmm.
Big Brother's coming. Secret plan to tag every man, woman, and child.
Got
Yeah.
Another
you.
chapter. New World Order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Bro,
heard
this
about
was written in the 80s.
In the 80s. Y'all about to say in the 80s, yeah.
I heard about that.
Actually,
This
I
been
told you
going.
I never found the thing, but it's actually come from the '60s. It's a dude that did a black and white that broke it down. What I was saying before, like what their
I remember
agenda
you
was.
saying that.
One of the agendas was
I
like,
can't
if you
hear Chris.
notice, you can't hear me. But and if you notice in the '60s, when black
Okay,
entertainers
just convey what he said.
Got you.
well, in the '60s, when black entertainers became popular and stuff, when they started allowing them in the NFL and the NBA, that was one of those agendas that the guy talked about to implement. That was part of civil rights to implement those people, implement black people into the global economy by allowing them to play sports and allowing them to be part of the global economy. So when people say that's why it always goes back to MLK, and I'm always kind of wish washy about civil rights because those cameras wasn't just there for a reason. Those cameras was there for a reason. It's not suddenly coincidence that them cameras was just there. And if you know anything about these people, when they do sacrifices, they call them blood sacrifices. That's why we had these world wars and World Wars II And the same thing with MLK going to civil rights. All these things is gradual. So when you look at it and you're talking about leading up today with Agenda 30, even COVID was a botch scheme that they had. One of the dark Agenda 30s. You got the good Agenda 30s, then you got the dark Agenda 30s, and one is depopulation, but COVID was botched. It accomplished something where they see that they could make some shit that where they could get people in fear and get people to do what they want and take vaccines, but it also was botched. It didn't kill as much people as it was supposed to. So, yeah, all of it comes back from that one dude. He talked about the Titanic being sank when these guys had the power to stop the powers at play now. So it all leads up to now what we're talking about.
That's another topic
Yeah,
too for another
the
day. That I read up on that shit too about the Titanic. So that's another thing too. Go
Yeah.
ahead though.
yeah, the goal of that jab, it wasn't for necessarily killing people, it was for sterilization. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
I was just about to, yep.
Look at the birth rates since that jab was instituted.
Since COVID.
It's way it's yeah, it's way down. Ever since COVID-19, the birth rates have drastically went down. You feel me? So it wasn't necessarily about killing it. It's like they already told you that them vaccinations had like mRNA in there, messenger RNA,
Hmm.
literally rewriting your genetic blueprint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Stuff.
saying? That was that was the goal. And we know that the wicked evil man that Bill Gates is, he
Yes.
been doing vaccine what you call it, like trials and experiments for a long time. You feel me?
Mhm.
And he was one of the major funding behind those vaccinations. Now you
Yep.
gotta ask yourself why is a vaccine the only thing that you can't sue a company over? If you take a vaccine and something happened to you, you can't sue them. They're protected.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's probably because it's a part of a scientific experiment, like you said. So when you
Exactly.
sign that consent, that's it. You signing over your entire rights to that vaccine. But yeah, no, I definitely agree. In terms of the vaccine and COVID, I read a little bit about the 2030, and it specified the pandemic. Um,
Yeah.
and it actually went in depth more about the pandemic, and I guess that's how it all came about, or like some
Yeah.
the
E-
topic came about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Event 201 kind of laid it out
yeah.
exactly what was gonna happen, and then 6 weeks later, what do you know? The
Hmm.
pandemic happens. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then
Yeah.
you got people running to take this jab that they don't understand what this thing is. Look, bro, they went from saying take some ibuprofen and get some rest for 2 weeks to now mandating that you have to take a jab. And a lot of people took it because they felt like they needed to, so they wouldn't lose their job or whatever the case may be. And hey, to each his own. I was willing to lose my job. I'm not, no, because I already seen the writings on the wall. So whenever I seen that happen,
Hmm.
I had a chance to take that money out that 401k and buy a lot of resources and stuff to stock up, and that's exactly what I did. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Because you don't know if they coming out with some new medication. You don't know how this medication is going to affect a person with high blood pressure, because they usually take about 10 years of trials for them to actually get a definitive beat on what this medication is doing to the populace, right? So
Yep.
a person with high blood pressure, you don't know how it's going to affect them. Diabetic people, you don't know how it's going to affect them. You don't know what type of ailments because y'all haven't had the case study because it ain't been out long enough. And people running to get this stuff. And now fertility rates is down
Yes.
drastically.
Drastic. I'm about to say drastically.
No, yeah, that's definitely true, especially with the vaccine. I actually had to be very cautious with taking it because of my own immune system. Um, because they think that that's how my autoimmune illness started in the first place. But um, unfortunately, I had to take it because of my job. I work in the healthcare, so they mandated us to take it.
Yeah,
But a lot of people, after taking it, like you said, became like they had infertility issues. They had a lot of autoimmune diseases coming out themselves with taking it. So I was like,
yeah,
wasn't really effective. And then people were still getting COVID even after taking the vaccines. Like, how effective
yeah.
was it? You know what I'm saying? Now we got to take boosters and stuff like that. I stopped after the first booster. I was like, I'm not taking this no more. Whatever my body's gonna do, it's gonna do. If it's gonna fight it, it's gonna fight it. If it's not, then it's not. You know what I'm saying? Then it's my time to go. But I'm not going to keep injecting something into my body or into my system that's gonna counteract itself and make me worse.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense.
So when they send out that transmission and your ass start running out here crazy, we know why. You got you got that jab and you got that jab in your ass. But
I
yeah,
really think it's
that
like that. I really think it's like a sleeper cell type, like a sleeper cell type deal. Nah, but it's more so sad though. It's more so sad. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I know my parents
Hold
had to
on.
take it.
I got you. I got it off. Go ahead,
I,
Jay.
yeah.
yeah, nah. I mean, it's really sad though because I know my parents they took it. You know what I'm saying? Most of the older generation took it
Yeah,
because
most
they, you know,
they were
they
scared.
Mhm. They were scared.
yeah, and they grew up in an age to where there wasn't a lot of information, so they're not really researchers. They just go by what the popular narrative is. They don't really look into stuff like that. And the
Mhm.
thing is, like, it's crazy, bro. You had people walking around. I had this lady try to go off on me one time because I was walking around without a mask. Why ain't you got your mask on? I'm like, bro, if you got your shot, you protected. Why are you worried about me?
Mhm.
You feel me? You protected. You got your mask on. I'm straight. I'm good. Don't worry about me.
That's
Yeah.
the
You know what
shit
I'm
I
saying?
Yo, that's the shit I didn't get during the COVID pandemic. People running around the store trying to dodge each other. Yo, I don't want to touch nobody.
But see, that was one of their plans,
Of course,
man.
yeah, that was the plan to isolate people. And to me, I see that at that time it was messed up because you couldn't go to the mom and pop shops, or mostly mom and pop shops died during the pandemic. But they let you in Walmart, they let you in Target. If I could shop at Target and Walmart and go to y'all restaurant, y'all Outbacks, and none of those shits lost money, but you telling the little Spanish mommy restaurant that she can't open no more. You know,
Amazon took over during the
yeah,
pandemic.
Amazon took over like a motherfucker during that time. Amazon became the number one carrier in 2020.
Yeah.
They took everybody.
They
They
that was
Yeah.
the first time they outsold Walmart ever.
yes, yep, in
No, that's a fact.
2020,
But
yes.
you know what? Not to cut you off right now. Like,
No, you good.
you know what I didn't understand? I didn't understand how it took for a pandemic to happen for now all of us sudden we have to like shut the stores down to clean it and do all. We should have been doing that.
Should have
Like
been.
I felt like we should have been taking
Yeah.
those precautionary measures. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be OSHA standard. Like shut the stores down for a little bit to clean up, make sure that because it's 1,000 people going in and out of those stores a minute.
Man,
So
but
of
I feel
course
like you said, they got some shit worse than COVID that they should have been cleaning up.
that part, like what why did it take a whole pandemic just for us to do something that we should have been doing?
That shit
I
in
didn't
them New
understand.
York City subways, they got the worst shit.
If you lived in New York City, you were
Yes.
COVID. COVID was the least of our work. Nigga, like I said, right, if you ever went to one of those city parks and you drunk out of one of those water fountains,
Oh
No,
my
listen.
God, you beat
oh,
COVID 1,000 times.
yo,
You
If
are
you played
muted.
that in the Johnny Pump, you beat
yeah,
COVID.
Yeah.
water out the Johnny pumps. You went to the parks and you drunk out the little water fountain.
If you want to swim that Pitnam pool, what was it?
No, I don't be
Pit
swimming in
pool.
no
Pit
pool.
pool in Manhattan. You
Yeah,
swimmed in.
pit
If yeah,
pool.
the Manhattan,
Yeah.
no, we're not
You
swimming.
immune to COVID, nigga. Like
All that damn Coney Island water, your ass immune to COVID, man.
that's what I'm saying.
What
Nigga,
they say? What
Coney
they say? New
Island.
York water is Henny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coney Island. You went to Brighton Beach. Any one of those.
yeah. Far Rock, all that
Jones
stuff.
You
Beach.
immune to
Ew.
COVID. We've been swimming with bodies. We've been swimming
Yeah.
with
Right.
You know, right? That nigga had 20 bodies. We didn't even know he had 20 bodies over there. That nigga's out there swimming in the beach. He had 20 bodies all up in the beach.
Jay.
Yo.
Here's something, bro. It got so bad in New York and Coney Island, Brooklyn. They had to fill under the boardwalk because they was finding bodies under the boardwalk
Yeah.
every other week. So they had to take sand and put it under the boardwalk
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at that.
so they could stop putting bodies up under the boardwalk.
That's
Nah.
what I'm saying.
I'm
Them
like,
niggas out there swimming and they got bodies under them.
I could never understand these New Yorkers who was running around scared. I'm like, y'all ride the subway every day. I done watch videos where a nigga took down his pants and rubbed his ass on the pole, and you gonna put your hand on the pole. You hold on to the train thing, and the nigga done wiped his ass down the pole, and you worrying about COVID. Nigga, that's the least of your worries,
You
man.
done beat COVID a
I love it.
thousand times. If
Yeah,
you
you
ever
remember
went to the island, you done seen some shit worse than COVID. If you
you
went to the
remember when
those
Kevin
islands.
Hart said if you get the bum bump when he
Oh
was
yeah,
like when he was like the homeless person touch you, you get the bum bump.
hell yeah, man.
You'll get a bum bump in the train station real
I'm
quick.
telling
Hell yeah.
you, yo,
I
I've
look,
never
I
seen
look, but when, but the thing is this, bro. Like people don't understand that placebo is real, right?
Yes,
When they
yes,
talk about
that
the
shit.
when they talk about the placebo effect,
Yes,
and
it,
then so they did experiments. They did experiments with people, two different groups of people. It was a bunch of experiments, but the one in particular I'm talking about, two
mm,
different group of people. They told the people they will experience these type of side effects based upon this pill that they was giving them.
mm-hmm,
Both parties, both groups experienced the same side effects, but one group was given the actual medication and the other group was given a sugar pill. So they mind made them digest those side effects, and they experienced them even though they didn't even have the medication. So they mind tricked them off to feel like they was going to
Mm-hmm.
experience these things even though they didn't even have that drug.
hmm
You feel
yeah,
me?
psyche.
They
That's
thought
That's
they thought themselves sick.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of time when a person would have any type of ailment, any feeling, any type of way, so it was automatic COVID. Even to this day, don't nobody say they got the cold or the flu anymore. That's
Nope,
rare. They
nope.
automatically say COVID. Nigga, this 7 years later,
Uh huh.
like COVID was the cure for the common cold.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody has COVID now instead of I'm just feeling a little bit under the weather. I ain't never felt none of that crap.
Nope.
Not
Mm-mm.
saying that people ain't feeling ill effects, but what they did was when they locked everybody up, whenever you're insulated, that's gonna weaken your immune system. You're not being exposed to bacteria.
And that's why
Being
I tell
exposed to that
people
bacteria,
when
hold
you
on,
clean
Chris.
your
Hold on, Chris. Being exposed to that bacteria is gonna help your immune system gain strength.
hmm
So when you've been locked up in the house for all of that time, and then you get outside, and what do you know? When you go outside for the first time, now they got all of these 5G towers everywhere. So these 5G towers, people may not understand, and people may think that it's crazy, but anytime you have a new type of wavelength introduced to a biological system, your body is going to have a reaction because it's not used to that wavelength. So a lot of people was getting what you call like radiation sickness. And if you look up radiation sickness, you can see the same symptoms for radiation sickness is the same one that they were saying from COVID. You
Yo,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But real quick. But that's what when everybody came outside, that's what they was feeling. But that had to be set up. That 5G had to be set up for Agenda 2030 to commence for everything that they planning to do. Go ahead, Rob.
Go ahead. No, Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh no, that's why I was just saying. Like that's why they tell you like when you wash your hands so much. I know it might sound crazy, but you wash your hands excessively, you actually weakening your immune system and things like that. That's why people get sick and things like that. It's good to wash your hands, but excessively.
Same thing. I'm
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm saying like certain things, like what Jay
yeah.
was saying,
I
you
know
gotta
what you're
be
saying.
I
you
know what
got to be exposed to certain
Yeah, yeah.
bacterias and
you're
things like that. And also like Agenda 30, what he was saying with the 5G, the wavelengths and all that, that is also true. Because if you go back to people that experienced the same people that was in Chernobyl, whatever, when they had the radiation poison, that was the same sicknesses and Chernobyl. Yeah, that when they
Mhm.
had that leak, when the thing exploded, when they had the nuclear meltdown in Chernobyl, that's the same symptoms everybody else was experienced that called COVID. They was dying from respiratory diseases, not
Mhm.
they wasn't dying from colds, or they was dying from respiratory sickness. So it goes back, and then like I was saying, dude talked about it, and he also talked about like the digital currencies, which you was, I mean, we all on topic Agenda 30, where they was trying to
Yeah.
eliminate paper money and bring it to one system where you'll own nothing because everything could be digitally. So you'll really actually own nothing when you think you got all this money. You don't own it because it's digitally. Like, how many times you touch money out of your paycheck now when it's direct
Mhm.
deposit? You,
Yeah.
you don't even touch it.
Don't
You
never
just
touch
use you might get cash here and there, but you don't even touch your money and things like
You
that.
did y'all hear about how they discontinuing pennies?
it. Yeah,
Well,
but
Yeah,
it
they've
was a
been there.
penny shortage. I don't,
shortage, but they're gonna
No,
still
they
continue.
discontinued.
Yeah, no,
No,
they're
they discontinued
gonna still.
pennies.
They
No, they
discontinued it.
no, but I just heard a story. They're gonna still manufacture some. They not. It's gonna be a shortage, but it's gonna be still manufactured pennies still.
I know here in San Antonio, they don't even really use pennies no more.
For real?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie.
Yeah.
I don't get cash.
Yeah.
I don't use cash.
Got
You
some
have to
So,
have exact change.
stores
No, they
out
don't
in
have no
the country
pennies.
of North Carolina, like them country stores. Yeah, you're not getting no pennies back. So if your shit is 91 cent, look for 5 cent. They keeping them those 4 pennies.
No,
mhm.
They're not gonna
no,
give
Yeah.
you nah, they're gonna give you
yeah,
5 cents.
no. Out here,
They
they'll have a sign or they'll tell you like you have to have exact change. We don't got pennies no more.
Yeah, yeah, like
yeah.
out in the country stores, that's what they got up. Nails, when you go to them stores, they let you know exact change or debit or credit.
Yeah, I
No,
think
yeah, they discontinued. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
no, it's
Nah,
okay.
you good. You good,
Uh,
Joe.
Yeah, Jay.
I think
Nah, I
huh?
I
Go
thought
go.
nah, go ahead.
Rock paper
yeah,
scissors.
Jay. Go ahead. Go
Ladies
ahead.
first. Ladies first.
No, I think if I remember right, it was a couple years ago. I read somewhere too. And I think it was India or something like that. They had like something called the I don't want to misterm it. I don't want to say it's the black market, like not the black market that y'all thinking, but like they basically made sure that no one had any paper money or anything like that. It was digital, and then they shut it down. So people couldn't have no type of currency, and the government owned the currency. So people was like basically broke, or whatever they had, it was their savings that the government couldn't touch. You know what I'm saying? And that threw them into
Mhm.
a frenzy. Like, I can't remember the exact like like cause or the exact country or whatnot, but that's something that happened over there.
Mm.
And that just brought me to that thought, like which I think you were saying just now, Jay, like if they take the currency away, like we're done, like it's a dub.
That was probably that
Mhm.
was probably some type of experiment because they always do an experiment. They got your
Yeah, I
Yeah.
boy
can't
Gate.
remember. I
But I
can't
know,
Yeah,
and
they
I
got
think
your
in
boy.
Denmark or the Netherlands, they got the chip. People got the chip in their
yeah,
hand where they could go pay for things
yeah,
and they
they have that.
stand there.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was like, damn,
they
they got this crazy
yeah
because I
they,
was seeing it the other day. I'm like, damn, they got the chip. The white dude was scanning this thing and opening it. I'm like, wow, this
Yeah,
is wow.
what you were saying,
they
Jay?
they got your boy Gates out there in Africa right now
Yep.
Oh,
doing experiments. You know what I'm saying? Doing
why they can't leave
experiments.
us alone?
And, man, look,
He's actually
because
trying to
shoot,
build a dome
he tried.
around the earth.
Nah. What they doing is they it's all experiments, and then they're gonna use because they know Africa is rich in the resources.
Very much so.
Africa is
Very.
rich in the resources, and they like not necessarily a third world country, but they try to prey on the disenfranchised people, so to speak. So he bribing them and making them do these experiments. He messing with the farmers. He don't want them to grow organic food anymore. They want them to grow GMO type products. You know what I'm saying? and that's when they talking about trying to solve world hunger. They're doing
Yes.
it with that,
Yes.
with GMO food. So I can
And
Yeah.
pass this off.
GMO right there is gonna
Mess you
ruin the
up even
DNA.
more. That's gonna create cancer and other
Yeah, that's
things
gonna
like
ruin
that.
the
Hold
Exactly.
on,
DNA
hold on,
and
That's the
hold
create more
point.
illness.
on, hold on 1 second, Chris. You better not ever say no shit like that, nigga. You eating McDonald burgers, nigga.
Well, I don't eat
Yeah.
the burgers. I said the chicken and the
I'm
McFlurries and
fucking with you.
Nah, but
God
that
bless me with
also
a God bless me, man.
With a
I'm
healthy
good.
immune system. That's what you
Yeah,
trying to say.
with a
He said,
great
"I don't never
like
get sick."
metabolism.
what they
I
call that
don't really get
they
sick
call
Man,
that
though.
what they call that plant that it came out a couple years ago. It's like plant meat,
Plant based.
plant.
plant based,
Plant
Plant.
based.
plant based,
It was another term. It was another
grass
term
fed,
for it, but I forgot.
grass
It's
fed.
it's a
Huh?
plant based
It
meat.
might be
It's a
grass fed.
It's a
Grass
plant.
fed.
It's supposed to be plant based, but it's run by Gates too. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I know they started. I forgot what it's called, but they try to mask this whole thing like they trying to help the community, but in reality, it's like, what are y'all doing to do that? Because it was a couple years ago. You know, Gates was on a TED Talk. Y'all know what TED Talk is, huh? Where they
hmm
be doing those mass
hmm
speeches. You know what I'm saying? And they'll record them and everything. This
hmm
man said straight out of his mouth, because you know they so totally worried about global warming,
Yeah.
and the main cause for global warming is CO2, right? And so he
hmm
giving all the break. He giving the breakdown of everything that's going into the levels rising. And he said the first thing that he said when he gave the equation, he gave people. People was the first thing that he did.
Mm-hmm.
First thing that he stated. He said, we at 6 billion people right now, and that population is going up to 9 billion. Verbatim out of his mouth, he said, if we do a really good job with new vaccines, we can lower this rate by 10 to 15%. He said it straight like that.
They
The
trying
hmm
to
population is rising. He said the population is rising, and we can combat that with new vaccines. He told you out of his mouth.
and
hmm
that's
You
what
know what I'm
and
saying?
that's what the and that's what I was looking at on the flip side of the 2030 agenda is that
hmm
I feel like those vaccines is really there to attack the elderly population. They don't want an elderly population, so that's
hmm
there to it's really there for them because you see most of the times when you start to see like sicknesses and pandemics break out, the first thing that happens is a lot of elderly people start to get sick and they start to die fast.
Because
It's
the
all
crazy thing is
over
60%.
65.
Yeah.
People that 65 and better, it always worse for them. So I'm starting to see like, damn, are they trying to eliminate people? They not even trying to have people retire from a fucking job no more.
Well, they increased the retirement age
That's what
now.
I'm saying. Most people are still working at 60 something years
I
old.
think it was like 70,
Yeah,
67.
Oh, my
67 now. It's like
It
67.
went, it went from 62 to 67.
And then you retire at 67 and then your ass
Yeah, you
dead at
retire at
You're done.
67. 62 is early retirement.
yeah, and then you dead at 70 though. Like you
Yeah,
know,
you're
Done.
dead at
They done
70.
worked you too much.
up, man.
But they did. I
Yeah.
did hear to a rumor. I don't know. Back when the pandemic happened, they did say that was to depopularize the like humanity, basically.
Because
So
like
Yeah.
basically, they
60%
wanted
of
to
the world
go.
population is over the age of 50 or something like that. So it's more older people than it is younger people on Earth right now.
Niggas gotta
Well,
Because
stop
of
yeah,
the,
shit up.
but isn't that because of the baby
I was
boomer,
about to say because of the baby boomers. That's why. Because of the
the
baby
baby
boomers.
boomers?
My
Yeah.
parents' age, like my parents and like right before my grandparents, because my grandparents might be older somebody's parents and shit. So I can't say that though,
No,
because
your grandparents was older.
yeah,
They
my
lived to be
grandmother
old.
40. Well, my grandmother was born in 48 and my granddad was born in 46.
Yeah, my mother and father was
Yeah, the
42.
baby boomers would be your parents' so basically your grandparents.
Yeah,
That's
my
like my
grand
pops age.
yeah.
Yeah, my parents had us. at their old at an old age. So they
Baby
were born.
boomers came right after World War II, like 40 something up to the
Yeah,
50s.
I think my parents were the baby boomers, 42 and 48.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Nah, but look, this whole thing is on the horizon right now. You know what I'm saying? The whole goal is like Chris was talking about making everything digital. That's exactly what they about to do.
Yeah.
That's why 5G had to be instituted because you know out in China they already doing
I was
the
about to say that.
digital ID,
I was about
the
to say that
face
China
scan.
they already on that. Like
Yeah,
your ID, they scan your whole face. They know everything about you, where you live, your
yeah.
DNA, all of that just by scanning you.
They
Yeah.
they 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 needed a fast system in order to download that information and process it in real time. That's why
Mhm.
5G had to be implemented in order for that system to work.
Mhm.
Right. So we know that we going into a digital age, just like
Yeah.
Chris was just talking about. We don't never really see our money. It's going to be a digital currency. And the
Yeah.
reason why it's beneficial to them is because they can track everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
They can track everything. Like that movie, what's that movie with Justin Timberlake and he had that time on his wrist.
Out of time. That's my shit. Out of time.
Out of time.
I
Out of
love it.
time.
Hmm.
They can take away and add to at their will. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Because it's
Mhm.
all digital in the cloud. That's beneficial to them. That's why I be telling people to invest in some digital currency because that's gonna be it's gonna happen. It's not if, it's when.
It's when,
Right.
yeah.
It's going to happen.
Hmm.
And it's going to happen before 2030. They've been pushing this agenda for a long time, and it's
Wow.
just a matter of time. You
Right.
feel me? Get into some digital currency because all they're trying to do is separate the eliminate the middle class. It's going to
That
be poor
Yeah.
it's gonna
and
be
I
poor.
rich.
I've read about that
Poor
as
and
well.
rich.
It's no longer a middle class.
It's no longer. If people ever realize it today, like if you realize it today, the middle class been dying. The middle class
Yeah.
been dying
Hmm.
No.
since the early 2000s. It
Yeah.
haven't.
Hmm.
They started the war on terror in Afghanistan in 2001. Middle class been dropping ever
But
since. Then. Never
that's
came
why
back
I was
after the Great
saying.
Recession of 2008. The middle class never came back. Like
That's
people
why I was saying we don't
complain
we don't need to be in nobody's war right now. Like
at
we still
all.
trying to
At all.
recover from the 20-year war we just had.
Let me tell you something. They just told us that I was just reading an article yesterday. They said the war right now, if the war keeps going on, the war is going to cost $900 million a day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is the same country that said they want to cut food stamps from needy mothers, from needy families, that they giving up them $6 a day. They food stamps is adding up to $6 to $7 a day. And y'all crying about people being on food stamps, but y'all don't have a problem with $900 million a day wars. That's the shit I'm talking about with us. So y'all agenda 2030, when y'all say y'all trying to end world hunger and world poverty and thing, that shit is nonsense. It's always a flip side to the coin. So like you said, as you read up on these things, it might sound good and what they have an agenda, but like you said, y'all trying to stop world hunger and do all these other things with fucking not even real food, with GMO
Yeah.
modified bullshit and all that. So I
Because
understand that. Go
yeah,
ahead.
because you know they say 1% of the world own over 50% of the world's money.
Yes,
So if y'all heart was really in the right place, y'all could stop world hunger. They don't want to stop world hunger. Y'all could easily do that. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all could easily do that. Y'all
yes,
don't want to do that. Y'all giving us taxation with no representation. Inflation like a mug.
that's
You know
it.
what I'm saying? The whole thing is put you in the rat race and make you spend your resources, spend all your money. That's like I said the other day. Everything is punishable by fines. Why? Because they want to take your money.
Yes,
Spend your money, spend your money, spend your money, spend your money, and don't have anything left. And that's the whole goal. You feel me? So what I would say in terms of this Agenda 2030, bro, this is probably the most important thing I ever said on this show. Have a tribe, man. Get a tribe. Get some like-minded people. that really gonna care for you and look out for you. Because it may seem all good now, but understand just how fast tables can turn. Like when COVID happened, our life changed overnight.
overnight.
Overnight, it changed. You feel me? And just what last week we went to sleep. The gas prices was at one price, and we woke up the next morning. It had raised $1. Life will change overnight.
Gas is
Overnight.
three
You feel
dollars
me?
right now.
So yeah, it's like damn near four. It's like 380.
Almost
So
$4.
look,
I'm about to say almost $4 now.
In Houston right
yeah. So
now,
look,
it's up the block. It's
yeah.
two
Hold
ninety
on, Chris.
nine.
It's two eighty
Yeah, hold
nine
on,
where
Chris.
I'm at.
So what I tell people is like this, bro. Make sure that you have like-minded people and make sure you got some stuff stored up and don't get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
most important thing in these next coming years, it's gonna be a couple years. The most important things in these next couple years is building relationships. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got somebody that got some land. You feel me? Make sure you know somebody that got some stuff stored up, and all that racism stuff gonna have to go out the window because we know that we ain't got land like they do. We may got one person that got something, but they got it in abundance because that's what was given to them. So they
Yes.
have it. So you better have some white friends. You know what I'm saying? And with AI taking over all of these jobs, like I forgot, I think Chris was saying AI taking over all of these jobs. We talked about it the other day, and I seen it with my own two eyes. They had the goddamn drones at Walmart dropping off packages. A lot of these jobs is finna be weaned out. A lot of
Yeah.
people not gonna have no jobs once these AI take over. That's why we gotta have relationships. All this independent stuff is gonna go out the window. It's gonna go out the window. You feel me? You gonna need relate, and then if you know that your stuff is at risk whenever everything shut down. If you was a non-essential job when the COVID thing happened, you had people that was still going to work, and you had some people that was non-essential. That's letting you know. Well, that's how they labeled it, but y'all know what I'm saying. That's how you know that your stuff is at risk.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they was already talking about a lot of the medical workers and stuff like that. That stuff is going to be outsourced for AI. Building cars and stuff like that is more beneficial to them because they don't have to pay. They have more control over it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So all of these people who want to be independent and all that other type crap, hopefully you got somebody that's close to you that has a trade and know how to use their hands because AI is gonna wipe out a lot of these jobs,
Hell
and
yeah.
you're gonna have to make sure you have relationships. And if you do have relationships, you better make sure that you bringing something to the table because if you go into somebody and they got some land and they got food and you come there and you bring your whole family there, that's only gonna last for a little bit because you taking off the table with nothing to bring towards. And it's gonna be the real life purge. They've been showing us these movies for all of these years. That's exactly how it's gonna be.
Hmm.
The purge,
Right in
I
our
predictive programming.
I
You know what I'm
didn't
saying?
I didn't catch all of what you were saying because you cut out, but I did hear that AI was gonna take over, and it was gonna be like no more humankind, like at all. Like mankind was gonna be done.
Nah. I said AI is gonna put a lot of people. It's gonna deplete a lot of the workforce.
I
yes.
Oh
Like
yeah,
a
can't.
lot of
fact.
I
people.
can't hear. Her.
You can't hear
You
me.
can't hear me.
I couldn't hear what Janelle said.
You still can't hear me. I don't know if it's because it's
Nah,
raining
I
out
can't
here.
hear.
Okay, hold on. Let me go out and come back in because it's gotta be like the rain and stuff like that.
I
See, I
think that
can't hear you now. Hold
yeah,
on.
that's y'all shit. That's some Chris and Janelle shit crossing. Me and Jay shit.
Hey, could you hear? I know Neil said I was cutting out. Could you hear me that whole time, or was I
Yeah.
cutting out on your end too?
No, no, it's they shit.
Okay. Nah, I was saying.
I heard
I
what
was
Jay
saying.
said. I didn't hear what Janelle said. That's what I'm saying.
They shit. It's her and Chris. They having a mix up. I don't know what's going on with y'all shit. Hold on.
Hey, Nails, can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on. Let me
Oh,
get her.
You
she went
now.
up.
I can hear you now, but we got a lot of rain out here, so our connection could be bad.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Nails?
Yeah.
Okay. Nah. I was just kind of elaborating on the fact that we got to make sure that we have relationships. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like not
Damn it.
husband and
I can't
wife
hear
and
you.
boyfriend girlfriend. Not
Chris.
you can hear me? You can't hear me?
Chris.
Crazy. We can hear her though. We can hear her though. I don't know what's
So
something wrong with they shit, Jay, because you can hear me, right?
yeah. Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
Our shit is good. I don't know what's going on with
Chris shit fucked
Yeah.
up.
Can you hear us,
Could
Janelle?
you hear could
Now I can hear y'all.
Okay.
you could hear me until Chris went out?
Until Chris, yeah. Watch, when he come in, he gonna fuck it up.
There you go, right there.
Okay.
Chris is back now. Chris, you can hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
You can hear us.
Okay, bet.
There we go. Now we all good.
Now, let me sum up what I was saying. I was just saying, like, relationships is going to be very important. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Just like relationships in general, and
yeah,
and make sure that it's beneficial on both parties. You know what I'm saying? Because when the purge happen, and it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
yeah,
You feel me? If
yeah.
you a dead weight, it's only a matter of time before
I feel
that
like
stuff run out.
that's kind of like the mentality now. Like nobody want to carry around that weight, but that's another story for
Yeah, but
another.
it's gonna be more
Continue.
pronounced. It's gonna be more pronounced then. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
if you got kids and then somebody come to your space, I may help you out for a day or two, but I can't help you out forever. And then
No,
as well, why would I even invite you into my space? Because you may be starving now. You know I got food. You may come back at some point.
facts. So
It's going to is
you think that people are gonna be more in survival mode than anything?
oh yeah, for sure. They're gonna have to be. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna happen. It's around 2030. That's what they've been pushing for the longest.
You
And
know
they
that's
going
not
they're
even
going
fucking. That's like
Oh,
4 years away, bro.
yeah, but like if you realize what's going on in the world today, it's a slow leak to that happening. It ain't like that.
Yeah.
People got to notice the slow leaks that's happening. It don't just happen in one big bang like everybody think is going to happen. It's been
No.
happening a drip drop for over the last
Decade.
years. It's been about 11 years now since they had
Yes, like a decade.
agenda didn't just pop
yeah,
up. You know what I mean? They've been talking about this since 2015, and a lot of people don't even know this is going on today.
Yeah.
And
yep,
this is what I talk about, and this is what we all talk about in the show. Sometimes people need to tune in and listen to real shit that's going on in the world today instead of y'all playing games out here with these bad girl clubs and Zeus networks all night.
Here you
yeah,
go.
bro.
Saying, man, them
Wow.
Instagram baddies and shit. Them Instagram listen, that baddie shit gonna get old. You could be an Instagram baddie now, but when you 40, you
That
can't.
shit been old.
You know, you
I think the average person with a superficial mind is intrigued by that shit. Not somebody that's like a think or cognitive thinker. You know what I'm saying? Like only
Man,
somebody
look,
has.
Love Island was. I didn't even know what Love Island was, and
Yeah,
I just kept
I still
everybody.
don't understand what Love Island is.
Man, look, man, people lost it. They the Walking Dead.
what is Love
That
Island?
shit's stupid as hell.
I don't know. I think it's some. I know it's
It's
some
a
type of
love show.
reality.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
yeah, like there's kind of like what's that 90-Day Fiance? You ever seen that?
Oh, yo.
It's like that.
yeah,
It's
Yo,
them
like
type of
watch the other one though, where they switch partners and you got to go to the other. What's the?
yeah, wife swap.
wife
Oh,
swap.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I will never do that show because yo, I
that's
don't.
so. Yeah.
No, I can't do this shit.
That's crazy.
I can't do it. I can't do them shows. I can't do it. Can't do it, yo. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I'm not gonna lie. Like I spend my time watching. Like if I'm gonna watch TV, I'm not gonna lie. I watch like the what's the shit? What's the channel? Investigating Discovery Channel, where you
Yeah.
like
yeah,
yeah.
I like that.
I like See No Evil. I watch like all the mystery kind of shows, like stuff that's actually happening to people and stuff. That's the type of shit I like to follow. Like all the reality TV now. Nah, I stopped watching reality TV. I think after Love and Hip Hop in New York.
That part. That's the
Yeah,
only
I
I
watch.
stopped watching, and that's only because I used to watch it because I knew Erica. Like I know her personally, so of course I'm a
That
support.
crazy ass light skinned chick.
Yeah, I know her personally.
Oh,
That's
oh
my
boy.
best
Oh
friend.
man. Hey, she be tripping.
That's really her in real life. She not
She
that's
be
not canon.
tripping.
But
What,
she really is a
was
sweetheart
she
though.
from Queens?
Huh?
Hmm?
Was she from Queens?
No, she from the Bronx, but she moved
Bronx. I
upstate
said
like
she from
all
the
of us.
motherfucking Bronx.
She
Oh,
from
I
the Bronx, but she moved
Jay,
upstate like us.
Jay,
So,
I'm
huh?
telling you. Hold on, I was about to say, Jay, the Bronx, different next level.
It's
They
different.
are they
Hey,
are different from the other four boroughs. They are just different.
man, she crazy. She used to date that Safari dude, right?
Yeah,
Safari.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She crazy as hell. I seen her jump his gate, jump his fence and stuff. I was just like, bro.
yeah. She no. So let me just say this about her. Like she really is a sweetheart in real life. She's just Erica is like, and she always been this way. Like she's real passionate about things, and when she's passionate and her emotions get involved, she goes a little too far to the left. But she really is a sweetheart. She really is a like she really is a ride or die. And I actually met her because we moved upstate. I think she moved upstate a little bit before I did. But so when you to make a long story short, a lot of people from New York City, when you move upstate to that little town, if you're not a native from that town, they don't like you. So everybody from all of the boroughs, when we move up there, we gotta stick together. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like it don't matter. Like when you're up there, it don't matter what borough you from. That's why I get along with everybody from every borough, because it don't matter what borough you from. When you get up there, you kind of outnumbered because they stick together. So they don't like people from New York City. Your family, most of our families is still stuck in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you kind of got to stick together. So I had a lot of friends that were from the Bronx, of course, Brooklyn, Queens, of course, Harlem. You know what I'm saying? We never really fuck with Staten Island like that, but
That's the fucking
getting
key.
back to her, she's from the Bronx originally. She went upstate for a little while. And like the rest of us, we all just commuted back and forth to where, our old hoods and stuff like that. But she really is a sweetheart. She started like modeling and all that when she was like 15. I remember that. She started doing like videos and stuff like that. And then she stopped going to school, and then her career just took off. But I know her personally, so that's why I watched Love and Hip Hop just for her.
She's very attractive, but
She's
man,
beautiful. She's always been pretty.
she she spent too much time on trying, and that's what I was saying the other day. Like just us in general, like it's a lot of energy trying to just be right. You know what I'm saying? To try to make somebody see your perspective, or man, it's tiresome. You know what I'm saying? It drains you. You feel
Yeah,
me? Like if don't nobody rock with you like that, then hey, it is what it is. I want you to rock with me, but I shouldn't exhaust my energy to get you to see me or understand my perspective. Like it is what it is, man. You
I
know
mean,
what
I
I'm saying?
think I learned that. I learned that a couple years ago. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I might have learned that lesson. I want to say, my son is 10. I want to say 7 years ago, where I just stopped trying to um be seen. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's either you fucking see
Yeah,
me or you don't. It's either you like me or you don't.
yeah,
It's either you for me or you're not. Like I'm not gonna go to the extreme just for you to, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
to prove a point. I'm not doing that. Like, and I will say I learned that recently. Like it's 7 years ago. I had to learn that. And that was over just going through the things that I went through. I had to develop that trait. Um,
yeah.
so I can definitely agree and attest to that. We
Oh,
do
yeah.
trying to get people
It's
to.
easier said than done. It's easier said than done.
I
It
got
is when you care, but then after
Yeah,
a while, you know what I'm saying. Like I always say, like the more you train your brain and the more you do a certain thing, it becomes a habit, and then the habit becomes the lifestyle, and then it just becomes easier. It just becomes a part of who you are. So like you don't. The more you, I wouldn't say care, like stop caring about what people think, but the more you stop giving a fuck, the easier it becomes. You know what I'm saying? Like the
yeah.
easier it comes to you just be you and be authentically you. And who cares if they fuck with you or they don't? Like I'm at a point in my life where it's like I don't care if you like me or you don't. I don't care if you don't like what I have to say. I'm gonna say it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna be offensive. I'm gonna try not to be, but I'm gonna stand 10 toes on what the fuck I said, because you can either agree or disagree, and it's not going to take money from my pocket. It's not going to take money from yours. It's not. We just have it. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I feel about it.
I'm about to say I got a whole total agenda right here, but some of the shit, some of the stuff I gotta save because you're not gonna be on. You're not gonna be on Wednesday, so I gotta save it again. So I
Okay.
can't. Yeah, so I'm not gonna go through some. So some of the shit I'm gonna ask is gonna be like we're gonna do like some funny shit, and then I held your question too for you, Chris. We didn't do your shit either the other day.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the green flag. Yeah, that was a good one.
Flag one, yeah, we held that one. That was a good one. But the one I got for the other on Wednesday, I got true or false. I'd rather be the crack dealer than the crackhead.
I love it. I'll deal the drugs.
True,
I'll be
true.
a
I'm dealing the
crapper.
drugs. You facts.
You
Facts, man.
fucking asshole. But then we got your question too, still, Chris. We didn't do
Oh
that.
yeah, I heard you with the green. My mic was muted. I thought you heard me. I heard you with the.
Um, damn. See, we got a couple ones with the. All right, then I'll probably do the other one too with the. Is it reasonable? Is it reasonable to end a romantic relationship over major political differences?
No.
No,
Hmm.
Hell no. No.
no.
Yo,
Hmm.
you
What
know
the
what? I
fuck?
had somebody unfriend
No.
me
I'm
and
saying
stop
true. What?
talking to
Nah,
me.
I'm lying. I ain't gonna say true.
I had
Hold
somebody
on,
stop
hold on,
talking to me
hold
because
on, y'all. Let me end it. Let me end
I
it,
was
y'all. Hold on. Let me end it real quick. We gonna end it, yo. We gonna wrap it up for the night, y'all. We gonna see y'all though Wednesday for the live episode, y'all. We love y'all, man. This
Yes,
black
sir.
behind the scenes, man. We gonna get with
All
y'all.
right, y'all. Man.